everyone, it's Melanie here from Bright House Scents, and I have my vendor Wax Empties to share with you today. So I've been warming through all sorts. I've got like a little bit of everything here. So we're just going to sort of dive in. I'll go through my thoughts, let you know what the scent notes were, how the performance was, etc. So to start, I went through some wood wicks. This is from Yankee Candle wood wicks. I have a few of these. These went on sale, I want to say last year. They went on sale for like 50% off or maybe even 60% off. And I've never seen wood wicks go on sale ever at my Yankee Candle store. So I took the opportunity to purchase a bunch and yeah, they were all right. You know, not great, not something that I would need to repurchase again, but I'd never used wood wicks before and I had heard good things. So I thought I'm going to try it. So I had whipped matcha and I use this in my bedroom and in my bathrooms. And it's a very like perfumey matcha smell. You get a hint of vanilla, but like a perfumey vanilla. You get a hint of matcha, but then overall it's a very perfumey type of smell. So good if you like a perfumey scent in a bathroom or a bedroom or, you know, wherever you like a perfumey scent. I thought it would be more earthy, but it definitely was perfumey. I did pumpkin praline. It smelled pretty good. It was pumpkiny, it was praline. Didn't last that long, but it came out of the gate with a pretty nice throw. I got about 6 hours probably from this. I used it in my basement and it smelled very fall, not quite bakery, but like, you know, leaning kind of bakery. It was nice. It just only gave me about 6 hours. Now this one I loved. This was elderberry bourbon. This was good. I'm into elderberry. That's what I'm realizing. This is nice. The elderberry in this is nice. It was like, does this have cedar in it? I think it did. Was this the one? Let me see. Deep red berries, aged wood, bourbon, and clove. Okay, so this one gave me the elderberry vibes, and I thought maybe it was mixed with cedar, but now I'm realizing it was just aged wood. But yeah, this was pretty nice and lasted quite a long time and gave me a really nice throw. So elderberry bourbon, I mean, if it went 60% off, I might pick up one more of those. Okay, then I went through a clam from Zape. This is called Frapperon, and it's almond macaron, fresh baked cookies, and espresso. So on cold, the coffee in this gave me kind of like skunky vibes, like it was super strong. And I was like, how's it gonna warm? But this ended up warming so well. I got like an almond cookie mixed with coffee and it was like strong, lasted a really long time. This was really good. I would definitely repurchase that. Okay, from Teddy Bees, one of my faves from Teddy Bees is Milk of the Poppy. Are you getting into it? Tell me if you are, because this is good. Palo Santo and the richest creamy vanilla, and that's exactly what you get. And the Palo Santo is not perfumey. It's kind of like a little bit smoky, but this creaminess from the vanilla just really rounds it out. This was beautiful. I use this in my bedroom. I find that Teddy Bees in general gives me about a 6 to a 7 out of 10 for performance. It's not a super strong performer in my house. So oftentimes I use Teddy Bees in my bedroom or a smaller space like my office or something so that I can get the most out of it. Because I find if I put it in my open concept, it's just, it doesn't saturate the scent. And this was amazing. I used it in my bedroom and it was fantastic. I Heart Vanilla Blueberry. So the I Heart Vanilla, I Heart Vanilla Blueberry and I Heart Vanilla Spiced Apples. And I thought these would be a bit more bakery, but they are more perfumey. So I Heart Vanilla Blueberry was like a perfumey blueberry, a perfumey vanilla. I thought that I would want to use it in my open concept, but definitely I use this in my bedroom. Really nice, beautiful in there. But again, like a 6 to a 7, like not blowing me out of the space, you know? I wouldn't use that in my open concept. I don't know if it would perform there. And then I Heart Vanilla Spiced Apples was the same type of thing. It was almost like a perfumey vanilla spiced apple. I liked it a lot. I used it in my bedroom, which is not, I don't usually use like cinnamon spicy kind of scents that much in my bedroom, but it was really nice in there. It performed well. I just don't think I would have used that in an open space. And I find that with Teddy Bees a lot. It's like a smaller space wax in my home. You know, everyone has different experiences. I know some people that like rave about their experience with Teddy Bees, like it's so strong. For me, Teddy Bees is not so strong. Okay, speaking of not so strong, I have Ella After Wax Co. here. I had 2 of them that I got no scent from. So Snug and Warm is butter pecan blackberry shortbread sugar cookies. I got no scent from this. This was poured December 2022. So I'm like, maybe the shelf life for me for Ella After is not that long. So I think it was just too old. And then Tubby Time. And this is oh, honey, I washed the kids and butter cookies, and I got no scent from that. Now, one that I got a ton of scent from that like cleared me out of the house was Sweet Dreams Without Care. And it's herbal lavender, eucalyptus, spearmint, and mint. And it was like, what on earth was I thinking when I ordered this? I don't even like spearmint. I don't know why I ordered this, but this was like herbal and minty. And I put like the teeniest piece in my bathroom and I was like, woo! So I used that in my basement and in my bathrooms for a couple days. And they kept it fresh down there, like really. And then two that I absolutely love from Ella After. One of them is called Palo Santo, and this is just Palo Santo wood, amber, and musk. This gives me about a 4 out of 10 performance. I use it in my bedroom because I need a small space for Ella After wax. Otherwise, it doesn't perform well for me. So I used it in my bedroom. It gave me about a 4 out of 10, but I could still smell it, and it was really pretty in there. Kind of like a nice subtle background scent. And then the next one is Cliche Wishes, Pink Sugar, smoked vanilla and buttercream. I'm super into pink sugar right now. This performed at about a 6 out of 10 in my bedroom. Again, I love this type of smell in my bedroom. Smoked vanilla, pink sugar, those are bedroom scents for me. So Cliche Wishes, and I really liked that a lot. I just want Ella After to perform better, you know, but just some waxes don't. Okay, Rose Girls, apple cinnamon gingerbread eggnog. OMG, so strong. I don't know about her apple cinnamon because every scent that I've had with her apple cinnamon is so strong. This was like saturation. I used this in the open concept and I was like, I'm swimming through it. I'm swimming through the scent and it is so good. So loved that. Harper James Pumpkin Crunch Cookies. I adore Harper James. Harper James is in my top 5 vendors. I love it. I love it. Love Harper James with everything. This is Pumpkin Caramel Crunch, oatmeal cookies and brown sugar. And it was exactly that. It smelled like just like a pumpkin-y, oatmeal, bakery kind of smell. It was so good. Harper James gives me an average of about a 7 out of 10. And this performed at about that level. With Harper James, I do use it in my open concept. It gives me about a 7. And I put the wax in my Scentsy warmers, but I also use tea lights. And I have one specific tea light that just sits right beside where I work. So like I'm at my computer and I just have one tea light going, and then I'll just put, you know, 2 little cubes from her snap bars in the tea light right there. So I just get a little bit of extra scent saturation because Harper James doesn't usually give me like a 10 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10. But it's definitely like smellable. It totally works in my open concept. No problems with it there. It's just not blowing me out of the house. So Pumpkin Crunch Cookies was amazing. I loved it. Okay, this one came from my friend Christine from Christine's Scent Scene. Check her out if you're not following her. She is amazing. Dessa's Homespun Scents Strawberry Zucchini Streusel. You guys don't even know about it. This was so good. This was like strawberry pound cake, but then you get the cinnamon sugar from the streusel and you get like this hint of zucchini, but not much. Oh my gosh, I was loving my life. Even my husband had to comment. He came up from the basement and he was like, I don't know what you got going on in here, but it smells so good. And I was like, it does. Dessa's Homespun Scents. I've never placed an order from Dessa's, and now I'm like, this is vendors on the top of my list. I gotta have to place an order because like that was fantastic. So thank you, Christine. Okay, what do we have? Up the Creek Scents. I feel like not enough people are talking about Up the Creek, and this wax performs so good in my house. So I did strawberry pound cake marshmallows, and in the bag, this one smelled a bit lighter. So I used this in my office, and there was like 4 cubes in here. So I used this in my office, in my basement where I have my studio. I used this in the guest room. So just like bedroom size spaces, and it filled the bedrooms up beautifully. I don't know if this would have done my whole open concept, but it was amazing. It was strawberry pound cake and sweet marshmallow. It was fantastic. Now, blackberry lemon zucchini bread. Woo! This comes with 4 pieces in it. So I used it in my open concept and it was so strong. 10 out of 10. You get the blackberry, you get the lemon, you get the zucchini bread. It's everything bakery, lemon, blackberry goodness. This was a beast of a performer. Like it was so good. Okay, then I've got Vintage Chic. This also came from Christine, and I have not used Vintage Chic before. So this is called the Warrens. And this is glazed cinnamon donuts, a warm cup of mulled cider topped with gooey marshmallow, caramel drizzle, and sweet cinnamon. And it smelled like a cup of apple cider, and it performed super well. It had like a nice throw and pretty good longevity too. I really like that. So that was great. Okay, lavender and speckles. I'm only just diving into lavender and speckles because I got some samplers, but I haven't really like started with them because I'm letting them cure, but like I had to at one point because I needed Palo Santo. I was craving Palo Santo, and I'm like, well, I have a Palo Santo sampler. I need to do it. So I mixed in my open concept 2 scents because you get 3 pieces of each. So I took both, and there was 6 pieces of wax and just like blasted it all throughout my whole open concept. Palo Pine Cones, which is roasted pine cones, creamy vanilla, Palo Santo, and dark amber rosewood. So this one gave me a perfumey kind of vibe. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to want that in my open concept going on its own, because like I don't love perfumey scents, especially not in my open concept. So then I was like, okay, what am I going to mix it with, right? So I picked smoked apples and Palo Santo, and this is Macintosh apple, Palo Santo, smoked cedar, and marshmallow fireside. So I figured Mac apple is super strong. Cedar's going to be strong, right? And then mixing it with creamy vanilla and maybe like a perfumey kind of scent with the cedar, with the wood, with the, you know what I mean? These two paired fantastically. That was Palo Pine Cones and smoked apple and Palo Santo. And I loved it. Paired perfectly in my open concept. Then, strawberry French toast pretzel. Yes! Loving it. Loving it. It's strawberry, it's French toast, it's pretzel, it's everything good. I like that very much. The strawberry in this gives me like strawberry jam type of vibes, not like strawberry pound cake. Anyway, I loved that. Okay, I've recently been getting into L3 Waxy Wonders because I placed an order. I heard so many people talking about it, and I was like, I need to get into it. So I placed an order, and I started warming my wax pretty much right away. I didn't really give it much cure time. It smelled pretty strong in the bag, and it did not disappoint. So I warmed Lemon Sweet Cream Pie White Elephant Exchange. And that's White Elephant Exchange is powdered donuts, vanilla wafers, and white cake and vanilla frosting. So I had a sample of this that she sent, and I had like a, what does she call these? Bitty Betty loaves, I think. So I did this in my whole house. I had enough, chopped this up, had enough for my open concept, my basement, a little bit of my upstairs. And the lemon in this, I was like, oh, is it gonna give me lemon floor cleaner vibes? Because lemon's really been doing that lately, but it didn't. It was like bakery, lemony, goodness. I was in love. Performance was a 10 out of 10. I was like, yes. I got about 7 hours out of that. Beautiful, beautiful. But I mean, I used a ton of wax, like a whole bitty Betty loaf plus a sample, like, and I put it everywhere. So, you know, I should get good performance with that much wax, and I definitely did. Then another one I used was Ginger Snap Pumpkin. And this was like a pumpkin gingerbread kind of smell and very seasonally appropriate. Gave me like a good solid 8 or 9 out of 10. It lasted for about 6 hours, like pretty strong, and then sort of died off over the next couple of hours. But I was really happy with my first go at L3 Waxy Wonders. I repurchased. I went back on the website, and I don't know what happens. Sometimes I'm just like, clickety click click. Let's see what box eventually shows up. So I did place another order because I was really happy with the performance on those. Okay, now we're gonna get into my beloved Sassy Girl aroma. I don't have words for the performance of this wax, and I don't know why this is the vendor. I don't know why this is the wax, but Sassy Girl performs for me like the best I've ever had wax perform in my house, in my life, of all the wax I've ever tried. For whatever reason, I don't know what is happening with this formulation and my warmers, and like, I don't know why this is the one, but this is the one that gives me the best performance I've ever had. So I'm loving my life. Major Dundee. This is caramel pretzel, ice cream scoop bread, raspberry brulee, sugar cookie dough, and zucchini. So good. It's like a pretzel. It's like a raspberry pretzel coffee smell. I mean, it's everything good. I love pretzel. I'm obsessed with pretzel. I'm obsessed with coffee. So, I mean, you know, can't go wrong. Bonfire strudel. Cinnamon sugar, baked pastry, marshmallow, bonfire, and brown sugar. I didn't get a ton of bonfire from this, but this performed at a 10 out of 10, but it was more like a cinnamon sugar bakery kind of smell, and I didn't really get the bonfire piece. Bonfire strudel, but if you like cinnamon sugar bakery, which is pretty much everything that I love in life, it performed fantastically. 10 out of 10. I mean, these all do. They perform so well. I don't even need to tell you because you know. Oh, Sonic. Oh, this one was ridiculous. So this is blue raspberry slushy and cotton candy. This was too sweet for me. I mean, I bought this more for my kid and he loved it. He was like, Mom, it smells like cotton candy in here. And I was like, yeah, buddy, it does. But like, Mommy can't do this in my open concept. So I tried it in my open concept, performed great, but it was just like sickly sweet. I was like, no. So I just moved this up to my upstairs, close to where my son's bedroom is, like in the bathroom up there, in the office up there. So it was kind of wafting around his room and he was loving his life. For me, that was too much, too sweet, too like, no. I would not repurchase that. Not for, I mean, it's good. It's exactly what it says it is, you know? Those are just not my scent preferences. Oh, Harvest Scone. This is a dupe for something that Yankee does. What's it called? It's like banana scone or something. Banana scone, I want to say. Okay, so this is creamy pumpkin and sweet ripe banana, baked to perfection and finished with a drizzle of vanilla glaze and a dash of cinnamon. I don't know if this actually is supposed to be a dupe, but it smells exactly like that one from Yankee. So I'm pretty sure this is, you know, she meant to make that happen. This is called Harvest Scone. And I think it's maybe called like banana scone or something from Yankee. Anyway, it smells exactly the same, just like better performance. I mean, can't go wrong. Return to Oz. Oh, I just did this one the other day and I loved my life. Pumpkin pecan waffles, salted caramel, blackberry jam butter cookies, and zucchini bread. You're getting the pumpkin pecan waffles and the zucchini bread forward in this, and they are blended perfectly, and it is creamy, and it is everything amazing. If you like zucchini bread and pumpkin pecan waffles, you're gonna like that one. Okay, butter your buns. Okay, so this one was interesting. Salted butter, light hint of cinnamon, quickly melting into a fresh from the oven, steaming buttery biscuit. Okay, so I did not get biscuit from this. I didn't get any bread from this. And I didn't get like a ton of butter. I got a hint of it though, but not a ton. What I got to start was like a red hot cinnamon, like really red hot. For the first hour, I was like, whoa, this is a seriously red hot cinnamon and strong, like 10 out of 10, you know? And I was like, this is getting crazy. And then what happened was, it was like, maybe that red hotness just kind of died down and I got this like cinnamon sugar cider smell. And this was amazing. This went for like 16 hours and it was like this cinnamon sugar cider smell. And I guess the cider just kept like going and going and going. And this went all day, like just hours and hours and hours. It was so good. But it doesn't say like cider in here. There's no note that says apple or cider or anything like that. So I don't know why that was my experience with this one, but next level performance and so good. But at first the red hot cinnamon really comes out of that. So if you don't like that, stay away from that one. That was called Butter Your Buns. I don't get any bun, you know? I don't know. I got cinnamon cider. I don't know what's happening. Okay, then I had, these are just little bags. They were like little cookies. It was like a bakery sample that she was doing. But the cookie I was able to cut up into 4 pieces. So I was actually able to use these like in, you know, significantly larger spaces. So this one's called Strainer, Caramel Pretzel, Ice Cream Scoop Bread, Raspberry Brulee, Sugar Cookie Dough, and Zucchini. And it was everything good, bakery, delicious, good. Sifter, this is brown sugar, zucchini, Old Town Bake Shop, and blackberry. Everything good. It was just amazing. Great performance, and it's just bakery heaven. KitchenAid, blackberry jam butter cookies, vanilla waffle cones, cotton candy, birthday cake, and zucchini bread. Everything. You know, it's just like fantastic bakery scents. So that's what I've been getting into in regards to vendor wax. I've been worming through all the fall things. all the bakery. I mean, you guys know how much I love bakery. I just love it. It is my absolute favorite scent note. So what I would like to know from you is there a vendor that you gravitate towards specifically for their fall scents? Like they just have like the most epic fall scents in your opinion? And then who is that vendor? Or are there a couple of them? I mean, give me a little list so that I know who to put on my list to try next. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.